You can tell me like, yeah, bro, I got these fucking dreams. I don't give a shit. You obviously haven't given it enough respect to fucking write it down and look at it regularly. So don't come at me with that shit. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to day 17 of the free 30-day challenge inside the Uncaged free group. Excited about it. We're just going to keep cranking along when it comes to what we learned yesterday, which we set our current budget, which is extremely important. But here's where I want to get some of the creative juices flowing. I want us now to set a future budget, like our goal budget. We have an idea. We've talked massively about the importance of setting goals and what succession rates look like there. But then I want to dig a little bit deeper because, again, in Uncaged, like we're always looking for those efficiencies, right? And how to be better, how to have a higher success rate, how to be a man of our fucking word, and how to protect our families, right? And part of that comes down to the confidence that you have, right? I told you yesterday that when I, as a man, just got several things in place to protect my family, I wake up differently. I wake up with more confidence. I wake up with more security, knowing that no matter what, my baby girls are going to be okay, right? And that's the level of confidence that I want you to experience. Now, some of you watching this, like, y'all might have insurances and this and that, and whatever in place. That's totally fine. I'm very proud of you, like getting trusts and everything that goes into really kind of protecting your legacy, which is what we're working on here. But I wanted to talk about the importance of setting that goal budget. Like, what is that life that you ultimately want to be living? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What's it taste like? We've been over this, right? And so when we set the budget yesterday of the life that we are currently living, now let's talk about what happens when you create a future budget. Now, again, we talk about this on roundtable calls in the VIP program all the time. Like, what happens? Like, all right, we're big on setting goals. We're big on having dreams. And then we're big on, like, setting the foundation to be able to accomplish them. But then what happens when you get there? Bro, of course, you're going to have new goals, new dreams. That's part of being a high achiever. But now, like, through that journey, of course, you've changed as a fucking man. You've changed. Your lifestyle has changed. Your family dynamic has changed. Your responsibilities have changed. So, of course, it's going to continue going. But who in their right mind would not be happy with setting a goal? And if you could snap your fingers, you could fucking be there, right? And all of us would be willing to make that exchange if we had the ability to. So for us, when we set a future budget, what does that dream house mortgage cost? And be realistic. Like, you know, we went through this. You know what that dream house cost. So what's the mortgage to it now? Is it $5,000 a month? Is it $10,000 a month? Is it $25,000 a month? Hell, is it $100,000 a month? Write that down. We are coming up with what our future budgets look like. And the reason we're doing this is because when it comes to discipline, which is a motherfucking men inside of Uncaged, this is one of the things that we're holding ourselves true to when it comes to accountability, is to be a disciplined fucking man. And so we're not all born with just discipline in our genes. So what are the tools that we can start implementing to help us become more disciplined? When you set your goals and you have this dream budget that is your goal lifestyle, the house, the cars, the trips, the vacations, the insurances, the investments, all of that, what's that look like? If you actually go and write this down and you have this somewhere where you can look back on regularly and review, I recommend reviewing it at the same time that you review your actual budget so that you can watch it grow and get more in line with what your goal budget is. You have an 80% growth in discipline because you have created this goal budget and you know that you're adhering to it. Whereas if you don't have this, it's a 40% like discipline level. When they interviewed all these people for this survey and they ran this study, some people were asked, how disciplined were you in achieving your goals? without this goal budget in place. And 40% of the people said yes. Whereas 80% of the people that had done it were more disciplined from the day-to-day, week over week, month over month, year over year expenses and growth financially. That's what we're talking about in wealth. Here is the discipline, the financial discipline that you need to be successful. The next thing, I live in Florida. It's the retirement capital of the fucking world. And I made that up, so don't check me on that statistic. But it's crazy to me because when we go out to bars or restaurants or do events or any type of anything that is open to the public, there's two different types of retirees. There's the retirees that are literally counting $1 bills and literal change. And then there's the ones that I never even see flinch when a bill comes or when there's an exchange of money. So having this goal budget in place for your dream life has actually proven through studies to give you a 50% more comfortable retirement. How is that not important? And you might be listening to this, like retirement for a majority of us in Uncaged, it ain't wait until you're 63 and a half years old or whatever the number is. Unfortunately, in my own personal life, I have had to see people that I care so much about argue and fight and kick and scream to make real fucking life decisions on retiring at 63 and a half versus 65 versus 67 and what that does for their Medicare, Medicaid, and all the government assistance. How fucking miserable is that to think that you're allowing the government to exchange small amounts of money to keep you in the workforce for X amount of fucking years? Literally, it's peanuts. And so in Uncaged, we're surrounding ourselves with men like the financial advisors and the CFOs and the CPAs and stuff that are teaching us strategies, especially on the expert calls in the VIP program. They're teaching us how not to end up like that. We have incredible experts that have come in and taught us trust fund strategies to be able to lock up $10 million per person that pays you $500,000 a year for fucking ever and can be passed down to your fucking children and passed down and passed down. Talk about a legacy. We're on track. Our goal budget, our future budget that Heather and I have has this. And you're going to see this later on. I will literally walk you through like my idea of an exit of a retirement of where my eggs are. And when something happens to Heather and I, Lottie will have $1.5 million a year forever. And when she has kids, she can pass it down. It's shit like that you learn that is mind-blowing, that is not actively being taught here. But in order to have the tools that you need, you have to be following these types of instructions and submitting this homework. I didn't just like make all this shit up. I studied this. I have spent so much time studying what's been going on in the last 18 months inside of the VIP program, the last 12 months that's been going on inside the free group, and the questions that are being asked and the answers that are being passed around and the information that's being needed and the education that people are striving for. I've spent tons of time studying all the one-on-one clients that we have and what they're looking for, what their need, all the way from just now starting their business and or having side hustles, all the way up to multi-million-dollar a year producers that don't have some of these things in place. I would be very surprised if there is a percentage of people that actually have this goal budget literally written out. You can tell me like, yeah, bro, I got these fucking dreams. I don't give a shit. You obviously haven't given it enough respect to fucking write it down and look at it regularly. So don't come at me with that shit. I want you to be a bad motherfucker when it comes to living the life that you want to have. And part of that is going to come to getting this done. Because you know what? The people that were surveyed about who do have their future budgets created and know those numbers and actually know those numbers have an 85% confidence rate in their financial, in wealth, in their financial structure, in their financial confidence was 85% fucking higher versus ones who don't have it. Why would you not? I love what I do in Uncaged, and I have the ability to have these one-on-one conversations with honestly, as many men as I can, both in the free group and both in the VIP group. Like I try to hear what's going on so that we can make Uncaged better. I want to be the best support role there is for Uncaged. But like, if we can't do the fucking work, it's all for nothing. But I'm telling you, I get to hear these conversations from all men, all different walks of life, and their fucking financial confidence fucking sucks. Here is a fucking tool, an asset that you can create. You can spend one day today getting this homework done and move forward with that 85 fucking % confidence rate in your financial future. And then, of course, lastly, when it comes to having this goal and actually checking on it regularly and knowing what you're working for and knowing what the end goal looks like, and having obviously a path, which we will get to, in this 30-day challenge, and having a path to achieve it, guess what the stress levels are? The increase in being able to handle stress. It's 90 fucking %. It's almost 100%. Why would you not get this done? So literally, like, again, this stuff is not earth-shattering as far, for me, the statistics are, and the importance of this is, but like what the homework isn't going to be crazy. It's not going to take you a ton of time, so fucking get it done. But I mean, look on the screen. It's the same exact document that we did yesterday, except this time we're talking about our future. What is that goal revenue that you want to be bringing in? And the way we basically, I would more than likely not even put the goal revenue down first. I would fill this out and then reverse engineer it. How much money is it going to cost you to live? Because now we have a target. Because when it comes to targets, if you don't know what you're aiming for, you're going to miss every fucking shot you take. So here we are. You've got this asset. You have the ability to be able to walk through this, get this homework done, and say, this is what my future goal looks like. My monthly budget is going to be this, and I am setting it in fucking stone. I'm declaring it, and I'm affirming that this is going to be the lifestyle that I fucking live, because I'm working my dick off to be able to provide this for myself and my family and everything that it produces. Write this stuff down, reverse engineer it, figure out what your goal revenue is, and come back to me tomorrow, because we're going to put this shit to fucking work. We'll see you tomorrow.